Hey, it's me talk, and I asked you to ask me anything, and these are my responses. I chose some of them. There's an insane amount of questions, like hundreds, but I've chosen the following questions to answer. Not rigged. And it's not a PR stunt. I just wanted to answer these specific questions, so don't come at me. Thank you. Ice King asks, what inspired your name, Talk? I talk a lot. If you know me, you know I don't shut up, and I love the song Talk by Coldplay, and I love Coldplay, and I wanted to carry them with me because they inspired me to make music and to help people, and so I carry it with me. So that's really the answer to that one. That's where it came from. I don't plan on changing it, so get used to it. Robin asks, how long is the process of getting a song from thought to paper to instrumental? This depends on where you're writing, when you're writing, how you're writing. If you get an idea at 2 a.m, like Mars was, and it's just like something tells you that you need to finish it right then and there, then you do it. Depends who you're working with, if you're working with friends, or if you're co-writing, or if you're writing by yourself. Sometimes ideas take some time to just like chill out and stew in the brain. For me, usually the best ones are the fastest ones, but there's been occasions where I think about something a lot and then it turns into a great song. Thanks for the question. Michelle asks, will you tour the New York City area? Yeah! I'm going to be in New York 2 nights in a row. I think it's like, I don't know, insert date here of when I'm in New York. Emma asks, smooth or crunchy peanut butter? I like both. I really do like both. I will take whatever peanut butter is available. I have no preference. They're both good. It's a different mood. It's a different mood. If you want a little texture on your bagel, you can do crunchy. Smooth is just good too, though. I'm impartial. I'm sorry, I'm not sure. Higher Connections says, I would love to know the artist that inspired you. Coldplay, Chris Martin. There's other inspirations. Freddie Mercury, Queen, Elton John, hair metal bands, Def Leppard and Guns N' Roses, and tons of stuff musically, and Coldplay specifically with the messaging. Chris Martin's messaging is really sweet, and he's really kind, and I admire him a lot. So thank you for the question. Zach asks, when did you find your voice or your passion for music? Probably when I was pretty young. I started playing drums when I was 4, and I kind of took lessons for different instruments throughout my whole life. I always kind of sang like in private. Evie asks, which song of yours do you personally think is your best work? That's a hard one. It's a good question, but it's a hard one. I think the best stuff I've done has not come out yet. That's my best. This next album that I'm going to release is my best work, in my opinion. Elijah asks, was there any personal meaning behind the song Runaway to Mars? It was a very personal song. I was really lonely, and I wanted to run away from COVID and run away from the world, and I had no clear path. I don't have many skills in terms of like trades or engineering, or I couldn't just be a doctor. I didn't really do college. I did 1 year of public relations, and then I dropped out. And so I don't really have a backup plan, and so this was the plan the whole time. But when COVID happened, my plan of like going on the road and trying to like play little shows and tour and release music kind of got put on hold, and so it was a really scary time, and I just kind of wanted to run away. There's more to it, but that's basically it. Kay asks, how do you hold on to yourself amidst your success? I don't really feel successful yet. I feel like I'm on the way to being successful, but I don't necessarily feel like I've done what I started wanting to do, which is like play headline arenas and like be a massive artist is what I want, and want a lot of people to listen to music. I don't feel like I'm there yet. I feel like I've had a lot of great things happen, but I don't necessarily feel successful yet. I'm not sure if that's just like the imposter syndrome or not, but I think I've surrounded myself with a lot of people that don't give a who I am, and so they will tell me when I'm being a dick. So that's really the key. Have good friends to keep you in check, and I do. Amy, thoughts on toe sock? Are you talking about individual toed socks? Nightmare fuel. 2 words. Jen asks, when are you coming to Detroit? I am coming to Detroit on insert date here is when I'm coming to Detroit. I don't remember off the top of my skull, but it'll be my first time, and I'm looking forward to having some Detroit style pizza. Phil asks, have you ever had formal schooling or music composition, or did you learn on your own? I took lessons from local teachers growing up. They didn't really like to deal with me because I was a pretty wild child. No formal like college composing, arranging, just trial and error. Was lucky enough to have a good ear for music and chords and what's right and what's not and pitch and that kind of thing. David asks, what would you define success as? What is the single thing you hope to accomplish? I don't know what success is. I am not sure what defines success. It's a hard thing to think about. I want to headline a stadium tour across the world, or make a song with Coldplay or Dave Grohl. Those are things I wanted to accomplish forever. Luke asks, what currently brings you the most joy in your life? Sorry, I'm burpy today. I would say sleeping in my own bed is a big joy. Also Reese's peanut butter cups and my girlfriend and friends. Mike asks, would you describe yourself and your sound as supremely sumptuous or glorious beyond description? Supremely sumptuous. Jennifer asks, favorite Toronto pizza? Loaded question. Loaded pizza competition in this city. Maker Pizza is usually my go-to for when I want to spend some good money, some good hard-earned dollars on a well-made, well-crafted, well cooked, well seasoned pie. I love Maker. North of Brooklyn, very good. Pizza with the garlic sauce always hits different. It's always going to be a taste of nostalgia for me from going to hockey games and pizza parties. But Maker is the best pizza in Toronto. Confirmed. Tara asks, will you come to Boston? You have music legend vibe. Thank you, Tara. That is so sweet. Yes, I'm coming to Boston May 26th. Boston Calling Music Festival, May 26th. I'll be in Boston. Me and some other great acts. The Foo Fighters are headlining, I believe. It's going to be a riot, a hoot, and a holler. Please come. It's going to be good fun. Banana asks, I don't like bananas, but I'll answer the question. Do you like spicy food? Can I expect you to see you on Hot Ones in the future? God, I hope so. That's there. We were talking about success. That would be sick. I would love to do Hot Ones. I always wanted to do it. I'm not amazing with spicy food. I do like spicy food occasionally. I just don't like when it comes at the other end. David asks, if you could exchange your voice with someone, who else would it be? Freddie Mercury. No contest, no question. He is the GOAT. KPM asks, when will you be back in Quebec? Oh, let me tell you. I'm going to be back in Quebec a lot. Starting on May 30th, I will be in Montreal at Place Belle. Then, not even 2 months later, really, not even 2 months later, 6 weeks later, I will be at Soif de Musique in Cowansville outside of Montreal. Then, I'm coming back to Montreal and Quebec. I'm going to play at the Bell Centre with Shania Twain in October and at Centre Videotron in Quebec City with Shania Twain. So I'm playing in Quebec more than I'm playing anywhere else this year. So Quebecers, this is a message of love to you. Thank you for the question. I love Quebec. Kathy asks, how can I get your autograph? Well, let me tell you, you got to come see me at a show. I will sign anything and everything, anything and anyone. JF asks, what is the meaning behind the astronaut tattoo on your arm? Astronaut tattoo. I got it when I released Mars, Runaway to Mars. I made it on Photoshop with some like little clip arts I found around the internet. And my whole crew has it. Everybody in my band, except for my manager because he's a wimp. But everyone else has it. He's not a wimp. That was harsh. He's nice. Brienne asks, what is your go-to restaurant on tour? There's this tradition in my band of when we go on the road somewhere, we eat a Baconator from Wendy's. Wendy's, if you're watching, please include me in something to do with Baconators. The boys love Baconators. I am a Baconator fan. I think it's the best fast food burger at that price. Other than that, we like Shake Shack. Healthy ones, we like Sweet Greens in LA. There's also a place in LA called Superba Bread and Food, which is a restaurant that we go to way too often in Los Angeles that I am a massive fan of. John asks, how did you come up with your look? Overalls, metallic makeup. My girlfriend's my stylist. Her name is Murphy, and she's amazing. And she designs a lot of my outfits. She helped design the spacesuit, and it was built by a guy named Perry. The makeup kind of came about from like this David Bowie inspiration. On my first music video, we kind of took that and changed it and made it our own. It's going to continue. I just like being bright and shiny and beautiful, and I always think makeup's super cool. I mean, I loved Kiss. I mean, I didn't even think about this. Anyway, you get it. Brian asks, how are you finding time to work on music and art? I hope the vortex of social media doesn't keep you from creating more music. It's a tough balance. I'll be completely honest. In today's music industry, it's almost completely reliant on you have to blow up a song to release it. It's very frustrating and stress-inducing, but I do enjoy certain parts of it, like making videos like this I like, and going live on TikTok, all sorts of things. But it can be very mentally taxing, and I feel bad for artists coming up. I think I got a big break with having TikTok support me and the internet support me before major labels did. Please take time for yourself, and when you get burnt out, stop until you want to make shit again, because you're just doing more harm to yourself than good. Gail asks, did you ever have a point where you almost gave up? What did you do to motivate yourself to continue? In the first few years, that was common. It was just forming backup plans in my head of what I could do if this didn't work out. And I just kept writing songs because that's how I deal with shit. If I was feeling crazy or I was feeling like I couldn't control the situation, I have control issues, and so I was writing songs. That's how Mars happened. I was really lonely and didn't know what my future would hold and wanted to run away. And I wrote a song and it worked. Tom asks, pizza slices for feet or ice cream cones for hands? Pizza slices for feet. Trick question. Maddie B asks, what are your 3 desert island items and why? Lip chap. I wear a lot of lip chap. Crocs. Season 5 of The Office. Just to look at the cover. I wouldn't even need to play it. Can I stow away a human as one of my items? Because if so, I'd like to bring either Tom Hanks, reprising his role as whatever that guy's name was in the island one, and Bear Grylls. Actually, wait, I changed my mind again. If I had the option to bring people, I'd bring the Haim sisters. All three of them. That's all the questions that I'm going to answer right now. We're going to do this again. We're going to do this a lot of times. But I think that gives you a pretty good idea of where I'm at and what I'm doing and who I am. And so I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you again sometime soon. Good night. Goodbye.